Well, here we are, guys. Thanks for looking in again. This is Sunday morning and time for a little bit of reflection. And what a better place to do it than sitting here just watching the water and watching people, which obviously a lot of you understand is one of my part-time hobbies. Watching people, watching the world go by and just seeing how happy most of them are. Yeah, well, it's the fourth day of the Hawke's Bay fishing tournament, and unfortunately it's not gone ahead. So I've tried my best since Thursday of last week to get some footage, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, also last night there was far too many people at the function. It was just like really sardines packed into a very small can. So I didn't get any footage there. It was just too loud. But believe me, the support was still there for the club. So that's 3 evenings this week so far that they've actually gone out and supported. I thought it was going to be somewhere in the event of 200 people, but it actually turned into 400 plus in such an area as their club. Now that was fantastic for these guys, because obviously they're letting their hair down. They can't get out there to catch the fish of their dream. So that's life. It's the first time that I've come across this competition where the whole thing has been cancelled. So later today they're going to have the big draw, and I believe the names are going into the hat, and they'll be drawn out and at random, and people will just get whatever comes out. So I just say good luck to them. No, I won't go covering it later on today. I don't see any point. But I do take my hat off to everybody that turned up to take part, participate in the competition, and also to all the staff and members of the club that put a lot of time, effort and hard work into it to try and get this up and running. But there's one thing that we all know: we haven't got any control on the weather. So weather stopped play this year, and we just look forward to another good competition next year. But anyway, I'm just sitting here having a bit of a look out into the bay, into the water here. There's a little yacht race going on. Well, you can understand if the fishing doesn't happen, the weather goes in favor of the yachts, because the yachts love a good blowjob, as you know. I'm not saying I don't. I used to do yachting a long time ago, but I don't now. Anyway, joking aside, I'm sure you see the little bit of humor there, but we have to put a little bit of humor into this, and a very poor weekend. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here and reflecting on my side, what has been happening to me in the time that I've been here since what was it, since March of last year. As of the 8th of this month, and today being the 6th, 2 days time, I will have been stuck here in Hawke's Bay for 11 months. Yeah, I know, I can hear some of you saying, well, what better a place to be stuck in? Yeah, I get you. I understand you. And I agree. I love the place. I've had some really, really lovely times here in the bay, in the time that I did live here. A lot of good memories. A lot of bad memories too, but hey, the good certainly outweigh the bad. With all that said, I am actually missing not being in the Philippines. I finally found somewhere that I really like, and somewhere where I can see me settling down until, well, the time comes. I'm not trying to build an empire anymore now. Done that, and I've got some regrets But again, it's in the past. You got to move on. I do miss Belle, and I do miss Tia. I actually miss them more than some people might even imagine. Why do I miss them? Well, God, they brought a new life to me. I can't ask for much more than being there with them and having our fun times again, doing the things that we do, going to the beach, swimming, taking road trips on the motorcycle, just Belle and I, or going in the car with Tia, and we just go, and whatever we find a nice place, we just park up and enjoy, and sometimes stay overnight. Sometimes lovely resorts with swimming pools and meals and so on. But for me it's the perfect place because the weather all year is very good. If you look at the mean temperature within the Philippines, we're talking about 31 degrees. Morning, how are you guys? Lovely day for it? Beautiful. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, mean temperature is around 31 degrees, constant. There's two seasons, there's hot season, there's rainy season. Even in the rainy season, it doesn't get any lower than 27, which is uncomfortable and cold for most of those people that are born and bred there. But for people like you and I, from our Western countries and very cold ones, we still think it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, there's a lot of things I do miss about the Philippines. You know, it's not often I just sit down and reflect on my life and how it's affecting me. But I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that things do eventuate and I can get back to the Philippines sooner rather than later. I'm not holding my breath because I do believe it will be somewhere around July of 21 before things start opening up. And when I say opening up, I mean you know, flights to and from the countries. But I'm assuming that it could be somewhere in and around October of this year. Yeah, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one because one never knows. It's all down to these governments that are controlling this COVID thing and using it for various means. I won't get into the political side of it because I have my own political views, and I do believe politics is playing a big part of me being stuck here today. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I want to get home because I want to be there with my girls. But in the meantime, I have no other option, as I've said before, other than just dealing with the situation as I see it. I'm on my own. I don't have any family around me. I do have a couple of cousins here, but for some reason they've gone a little bit sour anyway, and we've never spoken for many years. So, and we're not really compatible, to be honest. There's a big divide between us, so I just let that go and then just deal with life as I see it. So I'm quite happy here. It's quite hard at times, very hard at times. But I'm not saying it's easy for Belle and Tia on the other side either. But as long as they're comfortable, and I'm doing the best that I can to keep them happy, and we keep talking sort of 2 to 3 times a day, sometimes more, depending on where we are, what we're doing, etc. But we do keep in touch that way. So, you know, thank God for the means that we have today. When we were growing up and we were going through our life, and some of us in the army, being away from our families for a long time, it was quite hard because we didn't have the means that we have today to be able to correspond. It was a matter of just write a letter, or a little bluey as we used to know them when we were in the forces, or book a telephone call, and everything had to be on time. Otherwise you lost your call and someone else was in. So if one or either of the parties making that phone call were late getting there, well, unfortunately you had to give up and let the next person online. But those were the days. I loved them and I grew up with them. But having been in the forces for quite a long while and being seconded all over the world and various bits and pieces, even during the periods that I was married, that was very good grounding for where I am currently today. I put my hand on my heart and say, thank you for that. I really appreciated it. At the time, it wasn't good because you were separated from your family. But I look back now, and because of those situations, I'm currently now being able to deal with what I'm doing now. And it's just called survival, basically. Yeah, in the past, yeah, I suffered a little bit with PTSD and so on and what have you, and I never thought I'd ever get through that, but I got through it eventually, and it was only a matter of just sticking to it and working it out yourself. And yeah, being the stubborn person that I was, I never went and asked for any help, assistance. I just dealt with it myself, and I believe I've come out quite strong in the end for that. Even though I still have some thoughts that, you know, thoughts and reflections, I don't go down that track of wanting to do anything stupid, because all I do is look around me now and life is great. Whether I'm here or whether I'm in the Philippines with Belle and Tia, life is great. Life would be greater if I was with them, for obvious reasons, but hopefully anyway we'll get back to some sort of normality. Sitting here watching people on these hire bikes coming in, going up and down, electric bikes, electric scooters, which they just hire down the road here, and I see they're just enjoying themselves, passing the Sunday away. I love it. It's a very, very nice, relaxing place to be. Lovely church behind us, goes way back, a little bit of a story on the church, but I think we'll just keep that one for another day when we look back at the big earthquake that happened here back in 1931 that demolished the whole of Napier, and how they rebuilt it in the Art Deco style and so on. So yeah, I'm just sitting here wondering where to go, what to do next. My next mission, I think, is to go down the road here, and they have a lovely little place where you can sit outside and have some nice fish and chips with a nice cold beer of Heineken or Corona. Yeah, Corona, guys, but it's the only disease that will affect me, and that's drinking too much Corona. But anyway, not today, because I've got a little bit of driving to do. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit longer. I'm just going to look around me, do a little bit of people watching, carry on reflecting myself. Oh, by the way, I popped into the farmer's market again this morning on the way through here, just to have a bit of a chat with a couple of people. And my God, you wouldn't have believed the amount of people that were in there today. It must have been 3 to 4 times more than they actually had last week. But I put it down to the fact that this is a long weekend. People have got the Friday, and they've also got tomorrow off, the Monday. It's a public holiday. It's called Waitangi Day and Waitangi weekend here. So yeah, I put it down to that, and I put this here, all these people down here just going for a cycle and wandering around, bimbling around, doing their own thing, sitting, watching the oceans, watching the boats in the distance, having a bit of a race and the regatta on the other side of the bay there. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's Waitangi weekend, and Hawke's comes out in a force. And well, I've got to say they put on good weather today, and hopefully again tomorrow. We'll see what we can put in store for you guys tomorrow, but in the meantime I'll just let you have a little bit of a look around while I'm just sitting here. And thanks for looking in again, guys. I met some lovely people today at the farmers market, and hopefully I'll catch up with them again. So from me, I'm going to sign off, and this time I am going to keep quiet. I'll just give you a little bit of a view around. Take care, guys. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. And please, whatever you do, stay away from that COVID. Catch ya. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Well, that's it, guys. Till next time. Take care. Stay safe. Love to you all. Bye.